Hello, welcome to Blockish Dev. I'm Aisha. In this video, we're going to set up our development environment for developing Cudos Custom WASM smart contracts. We're going to install Rust and some other CLI tools. We're also going to install Docker, NVM, and last but not least, Cudos Blast. I'm on a Windows computer running Ubuntu distro on WSL. There are two approaches to creating smart contracts. The first one is to follow the general custom WASM approach of writing your smart contracts in Rust, using Rust Optimizer to optimize the final WebAssembly file that you deploy onto the blockchain. To deploy your smart contracts, you would need to install and run your Cudos node manually. You would also need to create transactions using your node installation when deploying smart contracts onto the blockchain and when interacting with the smart contracts. The second approach is using Cudos Blast. Cudos Blast abstracts the scaffolding of Cudos projects. It also abstracts a lot of things involved in deploying and interacting with your deployed smart contracts. It makes it easy for you to write JS tests and also create scripts to deploy and interact with your smart contract using the Cudos Blast JS library. It uses Docker for Rust Optimizer and for spinning up your local node. That means you wouldn't have to download and manually run your Cudos node. It abstracts a lot of things, making it easy for us to develop, test, and deploy our smart contracts, as well as interacting with them. There are two different steps involved in setting up your development environment. You would first have to install JQ and curl, then install Rust. That is the first step. And secondly, we'd have to install Cudos Blast and its prerequisites, Docker and NVM. So first things first, let's install Rust. We need to install Rust and set its compilation targets to WebAssembly. So please install JQ and curl. After installing them, you can check if you have Rust already installed on your system by running the rust c version command. So there is no Rust found on the system. So we're going to follow the official installation guide on the website and paste this. So yeah, it's now downloading Rust into the system. Yeah, it's been installed successfully. To confirm the installation, we're running the rust c version command again. We're going to follow some essential steps. The first would be to set stable as the default released channel. Then we're going to add WebAssembly as the compilation target. Lastly, we're going to install cargo run scripts. This is essential to enable us to run custom cargo scripts in our Rust projects. As you would see in my, you may run into issues when installing this. And what happens here is that it says linker CC not found. To resolve this, I'm going to install Build Essential. You might not face this issue if you have your system set up in a way that allows you to successfully install the cargo scripts. Otherwise, installing Build Essential would help resolve this issue such that you can now install cargo run scripts successfully. So this is going to work now since we already did the period. Yeah, we've now set up Rust. Now let's move on to the second part. We will now install Cudos Blast. To do so, we need to have Node and NPM. You get both of this when you install Node Version Manager, NVM. So download NVM. We will then install Docker. I'm going to go to the link that shows you the different installation links to Docker, depending on your system type. I'm on a Windows system, and I already installed Docker desktop for my system. So please follow the guide that is suitable to you. So now we want to install Cudos Blast globally. So npm install Cudos Blast global. This is going to download Cudos Blast, and it would enable us to use the blast init command as well as other blast commands. So now we've been able to install Cudos Blast, and that is how the installation goes. I'm now going to scaffold the smart contract project. Firstly, I create a directory named First Cudos Contract. Then I go into First Cudos Contract directory, and I'm going to run blast init command. It scaffolds our smart contracts project with the contract files, the node modules for interacting with the Cudos blockchain, and our project also contains sample scripts for testing, deploying, and interacting with the smart contract. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. In the next video, we're going to initialize a blast project, compile, deploy, and also play around with the smart contract by writing scripts with Cudos Blast to interact with the smart contract. Thank you. See you some other time. Bye.